Hi everyone, welcome to BibleBeans. The readings for today are Numbers 14:1 through 15:16, Mark 14:53 to 72, Psalm 53 verses 1 through 6, and Proverbs 12 verse 4. The passage that we're going to look at today is in Mark, and it talks about how Peter disowned Jesus. And it reads, While Peter was below in the courtyard, one of the servant girls of the high priest came by. When she saw Peter warming himself, she looked closely at him. "You also were with that Nazarene Jesus," she said, but he denied it. "I don't know or understand what you're talking about," he said, and went out into the entryway. When the servant girl saw him there, she said again to those standing around, "This fellow is one of them." Again he denied it. After a little while, those standing near said to Peter, "Surely you're one of them, for you're a Galilean." He began to call down curses and swore to them, "I don't know this man you're talking about." Immediately the rooster crowed the second time. Peter remembered the word Jesus had spoken to him. "Before the rooster crows twice, you will disown me 3 times." And he broke down and wept. This story gets to me. It gets to me for several reasons. First of all, I don't know if there's any one of us who has never done something that you were warned about, or that we were warned about not to do, or that it was going to happen, and we still go ahead and said, no, it's not going to happen. And when it happens, we regret it bitterly. And this is the case with Peter. Peter was with Jesus when suddenly people from the Sanhedrin, which is the Jewish religious authorities, came by to arrest Jesus Christ. When Peter saw this, he aggressively tried to defend Jesus, and Jesus told him not to do it. And Peter was really, adamant about his position to defend Jesus, and he was even implying that he would, fight to the death for Jesus. And Jesus told him, "Before the rooster crows twice, you will deny me 3 times." For some reason, I think Peter internally didn't believe that this was going to happen. But in the end, it did. And it's interesting that it was the exact opposite of Peter's intentions. Peter wanted to defend Jesus. Peter was passionate about Jesus. But in the end, he denied him. He denied knowing him, and he even acted in a way that was not consistent with, his relationship with Jesus. I think a lot of us have been in these situations, when we do things we regret. Recently, a viral post came to my attention, and it was this U.S. businesswoman who was one of the heads of the job bank in a U.S. state, and she got an email from a young job seeker reaching out to her. The way she responded was very, arrogant, and in a way that was not helpful to the person who was the young job seeker. She told her that her invite to connect with her was inappropriate, and that it benefited only the young job seeker and therefore was tacky. She told her not to contact her again, and basically told her that her contacts were off limits. This was not very well received, of course, by the young job seeker, but also when she posted it to her Twitter account and other people read about it, it was embarrassing for the person who originally sent this email or this response. Now, in the end, an apology was given, but the damage is already made. I think I've read some other articles saying that this woman's business reputation would never be the same. You never know. People have a remarkable ability to come back from anything. However, the good news is that with Jesus Christ, we can come back from anything and He will forgive us. In the end, the story with Peter doesn't end sadly. It ends with Jesus giving him the opportunity to tell him that He loves him. Later in the Bible, we can read how Jesus, once resurrected, appears to Peter, and He asks him, "Peter, do you love him? Do you love me?" And Peter says, "Yes, Master, I love you." And Jesus asks this question 2 more times. It's no coincidence, because Peter denied Jesus 3 times. Jesus gave the opportunity to Peter to tell him that he loved him 3 times. I don't know if any of us might feel that we've done something that has taken us far away from Jesus. But the good news is that Jesus is waiting for us, and he's waiting to give us the opportunity to restore our relationship with him. All we need to do is just come before him and tell him that we need him, that we love him, and that we regret what we did. And he's always forgiving, always loving, and always waiting. Anyway, this is what I had for you today. Thank you for watching.